Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome back to Life of X Wisdom. I'm X Wisdom, and today I wanted to explain what's happening and why generally I don't make videos very often. So, few things to cover. So I have been making a new song. Actually, I've been working on a few new songs. I've been working on 2 EPs, one which is part released and one which I plan to release in the future as soon as I get enough money to get the songs produced, mixed and mastered, because apart from the beat I made for Fairy Tale and the separate beat that I list for, I think I called it Brand New Day, I released that on SoundCloud. I don't make the beats myself, and even then those were made with loops, not samples but loops. Let me just move my microphone closer, try and not touch the wire, because if I do then there's a great big popping noise. I was actually going to record a gameplay video, and I have attempted to record multiple gameplay videos, but whether it be for lack of motivation, lack of I'm thinking it doesn't look, it isn't entertaining enough, or lack of my, not lack of, but my computer crashing, or my internet being too slow up here. Like, generally I think I'm lucky to get about, occasionally Steam says it's downloading at 100, but most of the time it's like 50 or less megabytes per second. I think that's the correct one. Not megabits, but megabytes. Yeah. So I was actually gonna record a video of a game called Barbecue Simulator, which I've not played, and I still haven't played to this point because it kept on crashing. And I haven't seen any YouTube videos because I want to try and bring like natural amusement, which is not the best thing for me. I'm better in a situation where I bounce off of people, rather than just by myself. I'm not great at improvisation. I was actually going to film a music video for behind the scenes. I was going to film a music video, and I had a member of my family record for me, but it didn't go down well. I needed my laptop to see the lyrics because I can't remember my own lyrics, even though I did actually write them. I have a struggle remembering them, and because I've got fibromyalgia, and with fibromyalgia and autism comes brain fog, so that didn't work out, and the video there was multiple issues with the video, but so that won't be released probably unless I can find someone to improve it, which, I mean, we're talking about a lot of improvement. And as I was saying, I was trying to film Barbecue Simulator because it looked interesting, and I got it on sale with Camping Simulator, but Barbecue Simulator feels more like the summer one because when I'm filming this it is summer, and I figured, as I'm probably not going to have any barbecues recently and I don't have too many friends and I'm terminally online, I figured why not do Barbecue Simulator, play Barbecue Simulator, but my computer kept on crashing. So basically, for all the rambling, the issues I've been having is, where do we start? Lack of motivation, one of them. Lack of, I suppose you could call it partially me being my biggest critic, and imposter syndrome, like me not feeling that my videos are good enough or entertaining enough, and maybe you would enjoy them, I don't know. Most of the videos I edit and record myself, I'm like, that wasn't funny. Why can't I be more funny? But often I'm, like I said, I'm better with bouncing off of other people. Once I'm comfortable with the other person. That's why, to this date, I believe one of the videos I did with Bevis YT was the funniest. My GTA funny moments. Like, I believe that to be really funny. I think that was a good video, and it was edited well, because it wasn't edited by me, because I'm not generally. So, because of this reasons, what you've got instead is a summer stock footage, free HD video, no copyright, and me rambling. Oh, why did it do that? I thought I was in full screen. Okay. Me rambling. There's no copyright videos and music. Well, we'll see about that, because often, even though they say no copyright, you'll still get a copyright claim, which is tiresome and annoying and so many things. But yeah, I just wanted to explain the situation. I am working on new songs. I have tried to make multiple videos. I tried to make a gaming video. I tried to do Lego World. I did some of the missions, but I didn't find myself. Again, I didn't find it was funny. I didn't find it was entertaining. I tried to start up Barbecue Simulator, and literally twice I tried to start that, and both times, for whatever reason, it crashed. I think it's because this computer is getting on a bit in age. New parts, the new parts, apart from one which was a second hand part, but they're still, even though they're new, they're still older, and I still bought them, I think 2 years ago at this point, something like that. So obviously at this point my computer's the issue, and where I live, the phone signal and the Wi-Fi signal, for whatever reason, it was explained to us by a technician that the Wi-Fi doesn't get to the green box properly or something. There's interference, so the only Wi-Fi that we can that will work properly, I say that with air quotes, because even though it's supposed to be properly, and it's supposed to be that we're getting high speeds, I'm not seeing it, not upstairs. There's a lot of buffering, and there's a lot of dropout and stuff. I think rarely I will see 100 and something megabytes. Most of the time, like 17, I think, is what I'm getting, or 20. It's really annoying. It's not consistent anyways, whatever speeds I am getting up here. So yeah, that's part of the issues I'm having. Tried to record videos, all of them flopped. Wi-Fi got in the way, my computer got in the way. Hopefully I'll save up and buy. I'm thinking about buying an 8TB FireCuda hard disk drive, because I need more space. I keep on running into space problems, because I make music, and I do have it's actually like 4, is it 4 or is it 3 channels? I've got oh sorry, and I bumped the microphone. I've got Cookie, which I try not to associate the two, but yes, that is me. I'm Cookie. I'm Cookie and Creme. I think it's Cookie and Creme. The reason it's Cookie and Creme was because of my Twitch. When I was I had a Twitch account. Okay, just try and stay on track. I had a Twitch account. I think it was called Scruffy YT at first, or Scruffy Games, or something like that, or whatever other random name. Kelsam11 maybe at one point. Eventually I changed it to Cookie and Creme, because I wanted to do like this is a chill space. You can, and to me, I think of calm, chill moments as like cookies and milk, but cookies and milk was taken, so I went for cookies and cream, but that was taken, so I went for cookies and cream. And unfortunately, I never actually ended up actually going. Well, a few times I went live, but it was the part. It started to be where. Oh, I'm gonna replay that. Or is there a better one? There might be a better one. We'll go for butterflies. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to stream more on my live stream, but I ended up. I wanted to support some small streamers, and then some people began to know me as the person who gifts a lot of subs, or not a lot of subs, but you know, like I think the most I ever gifted in subs was maybe 5 or 10. I don't know if that's true. I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, I'd go into small live streams. Live streams I was recommended, and I'd give subs, and I'd talk in chat, and it became like a running gag of, oh, where was the money coming from? Like, it was jokes about I was stealing Elon Musk's credit card, and or I was what's the word? Laundering money through Twitch subs. Obviously, all a joke. And the actual way it was coming to me was by the main way I get money, which is benefits. That shouldn't be. That word should become less of a taboo, because honestly, the money I get from benefits is not enough to live on, and I had to fight hard to get those benefits, and I've had to prove so many different things via doctors and tribunals, and even that I'm not on the correct rate. And also there is a small amount of money that comes from my music as well. Not a huge amount of money, but a small amount of money. I think I even said how much money I've earned, and how much money I've spent. So I'm not actually in a net black for money, but still, yeah, that's where the money was coming from, if you want to know. But I became known as the person who donates or gifts to subscriptions or money to small Twitch streamers, and then people started following me, and that's not what I wanted. I didn't want people to like, I didn't. Firstly, I wasn't doing it for the reasons of to make myself look good. Most of the time when I did it, I was in a depressed state, and they made me laugh, and I wanted to help them, so I donated, and I gifted subscriptions, and I didn't want to. I don't have a lot of money either, so I didn't want to be known as the person who throws out money. Like, you know, I didn't want to be known as the next Mr. Beast, which given everything that's going on with Mr. Beast, yeah. Still, so I hardly stream on there, but yes, when I make videos on the channel Cookie and Creme, which was supposed to be a media channel, and sometimes I end up talking about things that are injustices and that kind of affect me, and try and educate and entertain and point out media, because I was actually studying media in college. It's not what I ended up doing for my university degree. Not degree, I never got a degree. I got a certificate in technical system support engineer is the degree I technically have. The certificate I technically have, and I was actually going to go on to do a bachelor's, and I could have gone on to do a bachelor's. Well, I couldn't have gone on to do a bachelor's because it burned me out. But I mean, I had the smarts to do it. I had like a 3.8, 3.9 GPA, and even then I'm not entirely sure that was correct, because there was time where my marker would mark me as I felt I'd done the work, but I just accepted it until later in my certificate where I said, no, this is incorrect. I have done the work. But yeah, so I studied media briefly in college, and I was accepted. Every college I've ever applied to, apart from one, has accepted me. And all of the colleges I've ever signed up for I'd be studying media, but I never went through with it because I didn't have either funding from the council, or I didn't have fun. I had funding at the last. They said they weren't going to fund me, and then they said they were going to fund me on like the last few days, but I'd already accepted my fate, so it would be more difficult for me to stay and do the funding, and that wouldn't have worked out anyways. So, but every college I've ever applied for, bar one, has accepted me, and I would have done media because I have an interest in it. So I do media on a channel called Cooking. So yes, that's me. And it is me on Twitch as well. Although I haven't been on Twitch for I want to say maybe a year now, or over a year. And the reason being is because I was developing an image of being a person who was like throwing out money, and I have money because I can shift money around and stuff. And I'd rather it go to, someone who needs it than, well, I also need it, but, I'm one person, and I can scrape through. I generally scrape through anyways. It's a bit paycheck to paycheck. But I'm not, I'm trying to say that I wasn't doing anything stupid with my money, but, like I was able to afford it because I was able to. But on the other hand, my money can be very tight sometimes. That's what I want to say. That's what I'm trying to make clear. But yeah, like I said, it was an image I didn't want, and so I stopped doing Twitch. But I do YouTube of sort of media reviews, and I'd made a video about YouTube and the war on adblock, and the way I saw it. It's all opinion based. When I do quote a fact, I try and properly show that I'm quoting someone, and I try and source my facts appropriately. Like, I don't ever look at just one source generally. I try and get a thing, but the thing I've learned about people and politics, which unfortunately politics is in everything, and when you've got such a strong sense of justice as I have because of the autism, it becomes very difficult. And so, because of it being in everything, you can't really avoid it, but I try to avoid it because the people who want to talk about politics nowadays, most people I see, they're not interested in having a discussion. They're only interested in getting their points across, yelling their points across, and not listening and not accepting and not viewing open-mindedly. But yeah, all that's to say, with all of the rambling I've done, and I'm sorry about that, I can't upload videos right now because my computer's not working, my internet's not working. Well, it's working, but not to a great extent. So yeah, just keep an eye out though for my music. I want to do this appropriately. I want to do this thing. I want to do it properly. I try really hard with my music. I like making music. The reason I started doing music was because I liked it. I did covers, even though I couldn't play an instrument. I did covers through karaoke videos. I am trying to become better at doing music. I never wanted to do music for fame. I know a lot of people say that, and some people aren't necessarily telling the truth when they say they don't want to do it for money and fame. I'll tell you, I like the money, don't get me wrong. I like money. But I personally am the kind of person who, if I could get by comfortably without money, I would, because I don't like what money does. I don't like what money has become a symbol of. But I'm not saying let's go for wildlife. I'm not saying I don't like money and I'm not doing it for money, because of course when you've been denied basic retail jobs, and you see a way that you could get a livable wage from something you enjoy, of course you're going to do that. And that's what I did. So I started doing music, but I started doing music because it was fun and I liked it, and music's always been there. But I continued to do it when I saw that there was money, because I need money to live. Money makes the world go round, unfortunately, and so you need money to live. And so I tried to continue to do it, but not for fame. And that's partially why I hide my face, and also to protect myself and my family, because there are some weird people online. Not all of the people online are weird. In fact, some of them are lovely, but there are also weird people online, so I wanted to protect myself. But yeah, long story short, can't do videos right now. Keep an eye out for the music. Please support me if you can. I really do appreciate it. I think I did put some singles on Bandlamb's band whatever, the one where you can buy it. And of course I've got Apple Music, but if you just want to listen for free, you can do that through Spotify. They have the free tier, or you can get the premium tier, and you don't have to pay for the singles or albums, is my point. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace. Bye. Drama, nah, I'm good. I don't rap, that's a fact, but at least I keep it understood. Stats. Tired of the noise, fake feuds for the clicks, flexing all that cash, but what's the point of it? Oof. Yeah, you got the ride, you got the chain, but I built this from a webcam, stayed true to the game. Now I'm flying like